It is a bone-chilling winter morning. You turn the key in your diesel rig expecting that familiar, powerful roar, but instead, the engine just cranks and cranks forever without catching. Or maybe it finally stumbles to life, but idles so rough you think the whole dashboard is going to vibrate off. This miserable experience is exactly what happens when your computer triggers code P0640, which means there is a malfunction in the intake air heater control circuit. Unlike gasoline engines, diesels rely on the sheer heat of compression to ignite the fuel, and on a freezing morning, that cold metal engine block acts like a giant ice cube that steals all the warmth. To solve this, manufacturers install a stationary metal grid inside the intake that actually becomes red hot when battery voltage is applied, preheating the air before it ever enters the cylinders. This grid heater is a heavy-duty team effort involving high-amperage relays, thick power wires, and intake air temperature sensors both before and after the element. When the powertrain control module does not see a significant rise in temperature after it commands the heater on, it knows the system is failing and sets this code. This is a severe issue because repetitive hard starting in the cold puts a massive strain on your batteries and your starter motor, and it can even lead to internal engine damage over time. Before you go out and buy an expensive new heater element, you have to act like a detective and check the basics. Start by finding your main fuse box and looking for the intake air heater fuse or the large relay. These components handle massive current, and it is very common for the internal contacts to char or for the plastic housing to show signs of melting. Grab your digital multimeter and check for 12 volts of battery power reaching that heater grid when the system is active. If the power is there but the grid stays cold, then the element is burnout and needs to be replaced. Also, do not forget to check the intake air temperature sensors, because if one of them is disconnected or covered in oily soot, it will lie to the computer and tell it the air is already warm. A great pro tip is to use an infrared thermometer to see if the intake housing is actually getting warm when you command the system on with a scan tool. Getting this system fixed means your diesel will be back to starting instantly and running smooth, no matter how low the temperature drops tonight.